Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We have the pleasure to have my soulmate, Masha Goldschmidt, aka Teeny Pops 613 and you can find her on IG profile there, being updated, please God, in the near future. We have an opportunity this week to celebrate our 20th anniversary. Say Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
It's a big joy that we made it to this huge milestone of 20 years married. The second night of Chanukah is when our wedding was, and we got to celebrate the 7 nights of the first week of our wedding celebrations each night of Chanukah. And as we got to the 8th night, the light got greater and greater, and these 2 flames became many flames, as we have in our own life and by having a family together. And thank God we are now on our way to the airport, because my righteous wife is willing to accept, and that's the key word today, accept that I have a calling to go to London and Manchester, first to Manchester and then to London for a Nissan Black UK tour during Chanukah. He's a Chanukah miracle as well, and we get to, please God, set me off in a really positive way that we're doing this together just before the time of candlelighting with the family. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but I did light my menorah before I left. Just now get into the topic today. It's basically on acceptance, as we hinted at before, and I just want to give a big thank you to my soulmate for letting me go on this trip and all the things she's accepted, being married to me. So what is your take on acceptance?
What I meant about acceptance is also just that there's a lot of stuff about each other. There's a lot of stuff that we have about each other.
Police reported ahead.
Sorry, that was the ways. A lot of stuff that we have about each other that might be hard. Like, let me rewind. You asked me today, we're married for 20 years. What do you think? How have you grown? What do you feel about it? And I said that I've really gotten to a point of really learning about myself and accepting myself. A lot of things that, I'm a more sensitive person, more deep person. I'm probably more introvert, have more social anxiety, different things that could be taken as a negative. And I've learned that this is me, and that's who I am, and accepting myself, that it's not a negative, it's just who I am. And obviously if I need to be in situations that aren't always easy, I will, but at the same time accepting, okay, this is me, this is how I like to do things, I enjoy my own company, things like that. And then Ellie learning to accept that about me as well, or different other things, whatever that might sometimes be hard, but accepting that that's who the person is in front of you, and then the other way around. Like, there are things about him that maybe I might find, difficult sometimes. Well, difficult, maybe that's the wrong word, but can be frustrating, or with different personalities and stuff, and also accepting that it's not a negative. It's not a negative. It's just accepting who the person is. There's a lot of other stuff. 1 second. Sorry, I just needed to.
Good move.
Sorry, I just needed to.
Accepting the cars on the road.
I just needed to overtake a truck carefully. I didn't want to speak while I'm doing that. So I think that's just having an acceptance of things of yourself.
Wow, look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful sunset. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Wow. I guess I feel like we've really learned to accept ourselves and accept each other, and we don't mind to say, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating, this bothers me, I don't like this all the time, but we've accepted that because there's so many, and it's not a negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get it?
I think acceptance has connection to very deep elements of the soul that is to do with a word called bittul, or in English, I suppose, nullification. But in a more positive way, I would say that it's actually transformation, because you're changing yourself, becoming more flexible and appreciative of those in your life, the souls that you're given, especially your soulmate.
And I think, sorry to interrupt, I feel like the only way to really get to have that flexibility and acceptance of your partner is learning to accept yourself, is by also learning to accept yourself. I feel like the more I've grown into myself and accepted myself, the more it's been easier for me to be more flexible and accepting of you. But I feel like you've learned. I feel like you've learned. Then it's helped you accept different things about me. Also because I'm more confident. I see it as strengths as opposed to weaknesses. Things that we might be different in our personalities and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would say that just to round off today's shorter Relationship Flow podcast, because we are on our way to the airport and it's going to be a bunch of time not together, and that's a big part of my wife's acceptance. I've already the last 2 weeks travelled, and especially on our anniversary night, like which wife would let her husband fly just for a bit of a business opportunity, an opportunity to connect with some good people. Like she already said hello to one of my best friends who lives in Manchester today, and she was like, I'm not surprised that if Ellie's not going to be around on my anniversary, it's going to be spending his time with you and my friend in Manchester, and then MD Cantor, and then there's other people like back in London. They're going to probably see my father and a bunch of friends come by, and it's amazing how I was able to accept that,
because I accept that you have a certain purpose, and I also am comfortable for the little things to say, okay, no, like,
this you don't accept.
We're not having guests for Shabbos this week because we need to have that family time, and that's really important. But so then there's room for these bigger things to say, no, like, this is important. I'm not going to hold you back for what you're meant to do in your life.
Yeah.
Just because I have separation anxiety, when I miss you.
Yeah, and
technology is great nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. That we do get some good conversations online also, and sometimes the conversation on the phone can actually be more like progressive or more positive.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, and then there's that
electricity,
energy that's created, and that's important to have that passion and life and fire of Chanukah and love, and that's the way a person should really live with life and marriage. And should be an experience of enjoyment and pleasure and love. That's what the Creator Himself wants us to enjoy His world and to enjoy the pleasures of being married, and it's something very holy and special. And the fact that we got to do that during Hanukkah, where the spiritual light of the flame and the souls is so revealed, it shows something about our marriage, and our souls, that we were married with all our family and friends at the wedding pretty much. And those who weren't felt the effects anyway. Everyone was talking about it. So it was just a beautiful night that's continued that light till now. That we're driving now just as that night's beginning. And just want to wish everyone also a happy Hanukkah, opportunities to build relationships that last. That it's a big success. I was saying to my friend from Miami today that we should pat ourselves in the back when you reach certain milestones, like 20 years or 25 or 50 or any anniversary is a big step and a big movement forward in life, that you've made this point of journey together with another human being and able to be loyal and dedicated, and it's a big accomplishment on a personal level and as a couple and as a family and for the people of the world at large, because it shows that there is still values and purpose to this world, and it should be a purpose-filled life for everybody, a love-filled life. And wishing everybody a happy Hanukkah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
And as we said at our wedding, Hodil Adonai ki tov ki la'olam chasto. You remember that? The last line of the video.
You said it, not me.
And your nose did a little twitch. You were like,
my nervous.
We were happy to get out of there at the end of it all. Just go off as a married couple away from everyone, Baruch Hashem. Have that intimate time, Baruch Hashem. Anyway, all of you, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bye. Share your relationship flow. Can't wait to see you again when I get back to the Holy Land.